just start with all three of you, whoever wants to say it, just that overtime performance. You could have absolutely seen the momentum just going to get taken away from you with the foul against Jew, what looked like it was the steal game winner, and then you're going to OT. What kicked in? Because, it just looked like, a three fell. They come back, Bradley answers, then another three falls, and before you know it, you guys are walking away with the win.
Well, yeah, first and foremost, I want to say all glory to God, but I think that just shows, like, how tight we are as a team. Like, I feel like we play for one another. Like, we actually love one another. So, when things like that happen in the game, I feel like we're able to just, keep one another accountable and, not allow that to waver, how we're going to play. So, going into that overtime, we knew, we were still in the game and we were good. So, we were just encouraging one another. Drew was over there encouraging us, even though, he got that last foul. So, I feel like it just speaks on, how tight we are as a team.
Okay. You guys just comment on the atmosphere and the kind of the home court advantage now you guys are building up?
The atmosphere is amazing. Shout out to the fans. They helped us through the win. Without them, it'd be a different game. But the fans are credited to this win. Their energy and their vibe of the whole game was just amazing. I appreciate them doing for what they did for us today.
Isaiah, just talking about your overtime performance. You got to watch Dean basically firsthand what he did in the second half, just kind of going off. How fun was it for you to kind of answer when it mattered most?
It felt good. I know I struggled in the first half, but we're a real team. We pick each other up from 6 to something. And it showed when we go out there in games. And, Bradley's going to come out here and be ready to play. So down the stretch, I just had to keep level-headed. My teammates was talking to me throughout the game, and I pulled through.
Isaiah, there was a lot of swings in the game. Close game here, big matchup for you guys. 30 seconds left in the game. You guys are down 2. You went to the lane and kind of hung out there and looked for Jayson Kent. I saw Bradley got a deflection on that. How much, was that kind of a moment where you're like, oh crap, it might be a steal, and then Jay Kent gets that loose ball and gets to the line and hits 2 free throws at the time of the game?
It's tough. I put myself in a tough situation. Kate came through with 2 big free throws. He played great throughout the whole game. He bailed us out, bailed me out for sure on that play. But he was great the whole game. Like I said, I got caught in the air, tough play. But like I said, we're a team and we pick each other up. And now that I did the show.
So you're 2-0 against Bradley this season. You'll hear the old adage of how hard it is to beat a team 3 times a season. You know how it happened with Bradley last year in St. Louis. What are you guys looking forward to playing them? Because in case it comes up in St. Louis, what's the game plan on that?
Yeah, I feel like we just really just take one game at a time for real. I feel like it's definitely really hard to beat a team twice, and then even harder to beat a team 3 times. But I feel like we really just gotta just stay locked in. Listen to what the coaches are telling us. In terms of game plan and stuff. And, really just taking one game at a time, and when that time comes, we'll be ready. So.
Jayson, former Bradley Brave. I remember your face last year both times walking off the floor against these guys. Just how good of a feeling is it to be 2-0 against them this year and to have the performances you've had this year against your former squad?
It's truly a blessing. They're a really good defensive team. Just being able to play against the guys I played against, from my freshman year and sophomore year, and going to compete them at the high level is a blessing in itself. So I just take it for a lifetime chance. Going 2-0 against the old team is a fun take, but it's a long season. So we're gonna see them 3 times, and it's gonna be a tough game still. So it's just a blessing in itself.
What do you guys think of the rec specs? And then after that, how would you describe Robbie's game?
That boy's the GOAT. I'm not gonna lie. Robbie, I played with Robbie since high school, and just seeing him develop from what he was in high school to now is just like he's probably the best big in the valley in my opinion. He can pass, he can shoot, he can dribble. Like not a lot of bigs can do what he do, and it's a blessing to be able to play with him again. And have these guys surround him to make everybody better. We all make each other better, and he's like the key to that. So it's a blessing to see what he can do. It's hard to stop him.
And Ryan, how about this system? What about this system fits you guys? What about you guys fits the system? Why is it so effective?
Yeah, I feel like really just the biggest thing, like he was saying with Robbie, just having a big that can, literally do everything. But I feel like, you know, we all have our differences and similarities, and I feel like we all like gel well. And I feel like, you know, Coach Search puts us in the right positions for, you know, our strengths to show. And then I feel like we also just respect one another's, you know, talents and abilities. So, you know, like, you know, what Kent do, you know, some things that Kent do, I can't do, or some things that Swope can do, I can't do, you know, and stuff like that. But then, you know, some things I can do that they can't do. But I feel like we all come together as one, you know, and I feel like as a team, you know, we all gel well, and that's what makes us, you know, so strong. So.
You're all three portal guys. Is it safe to say that today's atmosphere and the kind of games that you've won down the stretch is the reason that you committed to Josh and the reason that you committed to Indiana State?
Yeah, you know, the atmosphere is probably one of the top atmosphere in the Valley. Playing for Coach Shirts, you know, I've seen these guys since the summer, and their games have just shot through the roof from the first time I seen them, and even now they're still growing as players, and their IQ is still growing as well. And it's one of the special places to be in.
Yeah, I love the fans.
Isaiah, I got one more for you. So at the end of the game, you guys were really just pushing, right? It's just kind of like almost like a sprint to the finish. You guys just played 40 minutes. Now you got to get the job done in overtime. You made a couple baskets, and then I saw you lay it off to Xavier Bledson. He hit that three. And it's got to feel like every moment it's just like it's a huge moment. Like what can you just describe about just being in an overtime game, a tight game like this, and having you know, Xavier step up like that? It's the second shot of the game too.
I mean, it's what you dream of, like big games, big atmosphere games. You know, and you going to lower your brothers out there, and like I said, it started from the summer when there's no fans and it's just us in the gym, we battling, and then we're able to go out together as a team and be on the same team and go to war versus other opponents. So, like I said, from the starters to the players that don't play, like we got some dogs on our team, and everybody has game. So whenever they do something special in big moments, we've seen it before multiple times. You know, like I said, we're a real team, and whether it's me, Ryan, Ken, Robbie, Drew, X, like, you know, we ready to step up in those big moments.
Questions?